wrong people. Let's say like you do strange things. Like for me, like in my specific house, my focus is literally acupuncture, right? So I would grab like sticks, like you're gonna see a little bit later in the video, like I would grab my stick or something, like poke my armpit with it, but it's not like I'm necessarily trying to harm myself. I'm not never trying to harm myself at all, but I'm literally trying to dig into the deep tissue in my muscles because I used to be a massage therapist and I do understand. And when I go to my chiropractor, to see my chiropractor, I literally like do these things to myself. Like I literally work on my body on myself. And so with that being said, with that being said, why, hey babe, how are you? Wonderful, thanks. With that being said, I'm just like, with that being said, I would never be want to be with somebody that they show up and everything that I start doing becomes new to them, and then they get so scared and then run off and then or even call 911 like, oh my God, I think my girlfriend is trying to hurt herself. I think this is the no. You need to know your girlfriend. You need to know your person. You need to know their reasons. You need to know. And for me, I don't have time to wait until he shows up. I'm already showing him everything that I am, everything that I do. If anybody out there, like one thing I do have to say is that I don't want to make myself unavailable to somebody that could be helping me while I wait for God to show up. But one thing I do know is that Elohim is not about to be put like if he wants to, he will, but he's not necessarily gonna put like my specific. He believes he's my dream guy. I believe he's my dream guy, and so a lot of times he's gonna be like, well, if I'm gonna, he knows how he's gonna show up. He knows how he's gonna come into my life, and so therefore he's not about to bring. Like I would think in my heart, like he's not about to bring that dream guy right in front of me, unless he felt like you should get that person. I'm not intimidated by that person. That's that. And so with him being that kind of person, I feel like, hold on guys. So with him being that person, I feel like with him being that person, I feel like he might just give me that opportunity to meet that person that I think is the man of my dreams. Because like I don't know what his plans are, I don't know what he's thinking, but all I know for a fact is that whenever he's ready for me to have that specific person that he has prepared for me, then it would be time for me to have that specific person. But this is what he wants me to do. He wants me to lead the way on helping you guys find your person. He wants me to help you be honest about who you are so that you can be able to find the right person. If you meet the false person that you want attractive, that you want to attract because of your false image, because of the false name, because of the false lashes, and the lashes don't even matter, it's just really the false personality. The lashes, come on, we all wear lashes, we all wear makeup, we all wear this, we love it. That has nothing to do with being sick. That's just that has more to do with enhancing your beauty. And your man should always like, oh well, I'm this, oh well, I'm that, oh well, and I'm just like, okay, that's not what I want in my life. And like there was this Spanish guy that's like, he wants a husband, but he's just like, I mean, he wants a wife, but he's like, you're not about to come in my life. You're not about to, like, the way he's talking already, you can tell he's not ready for that person, right? And that's fine because at least he can see that about himself and prepare himself, or she can see that about him and be like, okay, well, maybe I'm not ready to be with him. Because as a woman, you don't want somebody that's going to be yelling at you. You don't want to, you want, like, I really want a real person that is. And what I found out, like, with white guys, they've always been like super gentle, super calm. Oh my God, don't get me started. I'm like, please hurry up and come and knocking on my door already. Like, literally, I went to the ice cream shop in Santa Monica that's really cute, and he was younger. The older ones are weird. The older ones, like, they play nice, but they're really, like, bossy because they're pretty much fed up. Like they feel like they know it all. They've lived life. Like, they don't want to hear from you, a younger person trying to tell them what to do. And that's why I'm like, I can't date an older guy. He has to be younger than me. Even if I'm 35, I do have a pretty young personality. I do have a pretty fun personality. I do have an inner child that only probably like a childlike person will really understand and tend to, or a real man that understands psychology, the psychology of a woman, right? Or of a person. So for me, I can't be around somebody that's going to look at my inner child and start laughing and being like, what's wrong with you? Do you have a problem? Like, I don't have a problem. I just have to, like, certain parts of me. And if you don't want to understand them and get to know the different parts of me, then how about you hit the door? That's how I feel, because I don't like to have my time wasted, and I don't like to be bullied, and I don't like to be made fun of. I want a man that understands me, and I feel like Caucasian guys are the most, like, psychologically understanding people, just because they have been raised around with really smart fathers and really smart parents, right? And so for me, I can deal with that. Like, Asians are smart, but they're like really, really bossy too. They're like really parenty. And they're like, oh, you have to be this. To be continued, guys. Next video, okay? Part two. Okay. Yeah, so like Asians are really smart, but okay, so continuation of the first video. So like they're really smart, but they can also come off like pretty like bossy, pretty, I mean not bossy, but just pretty, yeah, like kind of like, oh, like don't wear that, don't wear this, don't wear that, like in turn, like, but Caucasian guys, like American Caucasian guys, they're more like free minded, and you can tell by this country, you know, country made from like Caucasian guys, you can tell that they're really like easygoing, and they're free. They don't want to control you. Like there are some that do that, but most of them don't really want to like control you. They want to like they want to hold on. Like they don't want to like control you. They want you to like have they want to have like a good time with you. They want to like get to know you better. They want to get to know your psychology better. And that's at least like the ones that I know, the adult ones. But then there are these younger ones that are more like there's these younger ones that I just don't understand, but I do like them a lot because I do have this inner child that
can sit down and play and just kind of like, fold into you and just kind of hold you. I can understand like you're my baby, I'm your baby. I can treat you like a baby. You can be the big baby that you want to be around me. I can hold you, I can pinch your cheeks, I can spoil you. But then I want you to be disciplined, right? So that's how what I would do. But so like when I was with my ex-boyfriend, it was more like when I was with my ex, like they weren't necessarily like my boyfriends because we didn't even get to go that far, get that far when it came to like the relationship. We literally like they were not like younger guys. Like if you're a younger guy and you're interested in an older woman such as myself, I'm 35 years old, right? But if you're like my personality is fun, but I'm not always like into playing because it's time to battle, it's time, and I'm not talking about battle when it's time to really get to work. We have to learn how to put aside that playful personality and really get to work. Like I love younger guys because younger guys are ready. They're not like they're still a little fresh and so they can last longer and they have more energy in them and so they can be more helpful. Older guys are more in need of help and so I need someone that's more in service for me because I need someone that's going like as a woman I always need assistance. Your woman is going to give this is the mother of your children. You need to be supportive. You need to be there for her when she's pregnant. You need to be there for her when she's not pregnant. Show her that you can be there for her through the worst times. Show her that because if you can't be with a woman through the worst time, the minute she starts when you get her pregnant, you're gonna be just like every other black guy that has run off and abandoned their children. And it's not all of them that do that. We all know that. But my baby daddy was not the right fit to be mine. He was just like not the right fit. Wait, hold on, give me a second. Okay, so like the father of my child was just not like the right fit for me because he was still a child. He was only 17 years old. I was 17 years old too. Um, but I was still more mature because once a woman has a child, a woman gets mature. She has to get mature because now she's bringing a life into this world. Now it's time to pull her pants up, and now it's time to do this. It's time to do that. This in the Spanish community, like the Spanish guys that I've been around, they're more like, oh, I've been doing this for a long time. Oh, I've been doing this, and they wonder why we don't want to be with them. Like I don't want to be with them because I'm like, I don't care how long you've been doing this. The world is a tricky world and things change. And if you don't understand that and if you want to be the one always on top, then why don't you just go with those older women that you've been with and leave us alone? As far as like the Caucasian guys that I've dated, they're not like that. And they've just shown me like the only things that kept us apart was circumstances were wrong. Like things were just not working out right because like for my ex-boyfriend, first of all, he wasn't communicating to me. He wanted to be with me, and the only issue was that he wasn't telling me. He didn't tell me like he spoke to me and told me there was this girl. I think he was trying to tell me, right? He was trying to tell me what was going on, and he was like, okay, so there's this, he was trying to tell me what was going on. So he was like, okay, so there's this girl, I ended up getting her pregnant. I don't know if he said he thinks he got her pregnant, but he was like, I ended up getting her pregnant. It was like a Spanish girl, she's bipolar, she has like a bipolar disorder sort of. And I mean, I like her, but you know, like basically I like you more, or I might like, I want to be with you, I can break up with her and be with you. It's just there's this child involved. So he was trying to talk to me, but he didn't tell me everything at once. Like after me and him had sex, he was like, we cuddled, we held each other. I loved what we were doing. It wasn't the time, and I understand that's why things didn't work out. That's why it didn't happen. But I want like to like let you know if you're gonna be my future partner, if you're gonna be my future person, I want you to know that communicating to me and being honest with me is not going to push me away, depending on what you're telling me. If you have a disease, like I'm not gonna fuck with you. Like I'm sorry, like take care of that first. Like because I am a very sexually active person, but it's not all the time. But it's like there are times where like my hormones get really high where I'm just like, okay, babe, it's time. We need to do this, right? So I want you to know that I want you to be clean. Like I don't want you to have a disease. I'm so sorry. I can't be with someone with AIDS. I can't be with someone with with like any of those things. I wish you the best. I hope you heal and you recover. Please be honest about your issues. Um, I'm gonna be honest with mine. I'm not sleeping around. I don't want to catch anything. I want to be ready for you. I don't. It wouldn't be fair for me to catch something and then when you are dying to be with me, I'm like completely like gone, right? So hold on. I don't like the lighting in this area. Like this, yeah, this is better. It's a lot better. So I don't want like any issues like there is just stuff about me that you need to understand and know. I do have some levels of insecurities, but I'm not gonna sit here and beat myself up. As long as you love me, that's all that matters. And another thing is like Justin Bieber, okay. When we're talking about Justin Bieber, as much as I love Justin Bieber, I don't think like I'm like his person like that. Like I feel like it's like a toxic ex. First, I'm like, it's a twin. It probably is. I don't know. But there's a lot of immaturity with Justin Bieber because of his flaws. And a lot of times when the flaws come on the surface, you start to run and be unaware. So there's this whole thing about having your twin or whatever. But I don't want to get into twins and all this kind of stuff. I just want like to relax from that. I want to just allow the universe to I even hate surprises, but I want the universe to do or God to do whatever it is He wants to do in my life instead of me trying to control my own life, instead of me trying to tell myself, oh, well, this is the kind of life that I want. There is my life, your life is already set by God. If you belong to God, He's already picked out the perfect person for you. It's just a matter of you being ready for that person to come in your life. You being confident enough to allow that man to love you or that woman to love you. In order for somebody to love you, you have to love yourself. Those are things about me that I do love myself, but I'm still like, okay, well, you know what? I need to get used to myself without having a filter. I need to be able to, because if I show my person me with a filter all the time, and then he comes in my life, he's not gonna get used to see me without a filter, and it doesn't even really matter. But still, I don't want to put on this fake illusion. I want to be like, okay, love me, love me, love me for who I am, and I need to be like, love yourself. I mean, I need to love myself for who I am. I'm so oily right now because I completely forgot my makeup, and I usually would have my makeup brush on all the time. So I just want a person that's gonna love me for who I am, and I mean I'm not that desperate, but I am. Like I'm not like as like I'm not going to the club. I'm not going to the bar. I don't have time to meet. Those guys are not real. They honestly are not real. They're like fucking other girls. Like they're like drinking. Like you don't want to be with an alcoholic. Like they've been working so hard that they just want to drink. Like I want a guy that if he gets off of work, he's going straight to stretching. He's going straight to relaxing. He's going straight to getting his manicure or pedicure. He's going straight to eating properly, eating healthy. Is my wife okay? Am I okay? Am I ready for wifey tomorrow? Today was a long day. No time for friends. No time for friends. Like, baby, it might be lonely, but we have so much work to do, right? So, that's a lot of the things that I did want to talk about. Here's a little more. Hold on. Okay, so continuation of the first video. So like they're really smart, but they can also come off like pretty like bossy, pretty, I mean not bossy, but just pretty, yeah, like kind of like, oh, like don't wear that, don't wear this, don't wear that, like in like Caucasian vibes, like American Oh my god. These filters will make you like never wanna like go anywhere else, I swear. Like, especially when you are not like when you don't have your makeup ready, you're like not oil, like your skin is oily, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I need to use this filter, like for real, like, because then you're gonna feel, it really makes you feel confident and better when your makeup is ready. But you don't want to be that person that, you don't want to get in that limelight and start being the kind of person that starts like fixing their nose, fixing this just because the filter is showing you how much better you look without this or without that. That's one thing I do want to run from. So I want to be confident in myself, and I'm praying over that. I want to ask God to keep me confident in myself. And the thing is about is like dating younger guys. I don't know how they are, but I don't go out anymore. I don't go out anymore, and I feel like the younger guys that I was dating back in the days, like I was 25, they would be like 19 and up, and they would love me, but I think they wanted to just have sex with me or have fun with me, right? And or they could have wanted more. There were some that wanted more, but the ones that wanted more weren't really like those guys that were taken by their job or taken by their careers. And so Evan wanted to do something with me, and me and Evan were together for like 8 months straight. And like I said, Evan was my first boyfriend. He was my first kiss, the first guy that I fell in love with. I could have been with him. I could have married him. Me and him could have fell in love, and just everything would have went well. But guess what? Things get bad. Like the one thing I have to tell you between me and like these white guys, right, that I always end up dating, it's like something always gets in the way of our relationship. Something always gets in the way of our relationship where I'm like, why does time have to, um, why does everything have to be this way where we can't ever just like be together without the drama? Especially when you're in an interracial relationship, there is always drama. And when you're that kind of girl that everybody, and then it's so crazy, like in the AA community, like every time they see you with like a certain girl, every time they see you with a certain girl, they always want you to, every time they see you with like a guy, they always then all of a sudden want you to be with, they always want you to, all of a sudden they want you, right? Now that you're with this kind of person. So for me, like when I was like, let's say, okay, we're gonna start talking about like Houston, Texas, right? So I met this guy in Houston, and I met several guys in Houston. It was never an issue getting guys. It was never an issue getting cute guys. You see how okay, Justin Bieber was pretty cute, but he's not the cutest guy I've ever like been drooling over. I've seen dime pieces. You go to Houston, Texas, they got dimes. Like, oh my God, you guys should be on TV right now. That's where they're really hiding, like Hollywood where. You know what I mean? I've never really seen like dime pieces in Hollywood. They're hiding somewhere, but in Houston, Texas, in the South, that's where the cutest white guys are and the cutest black guys. And so like whatever they have in the industry, I don't know what that is. The rest of these guys are literally hiding from the industry. They're like, nah, we're not fucking with that because the industry is really messed up. They're raping these guys. Look what they're doing to Justin Bieber. Look what they did to Usher. Look, they're like, nah, like you guys need to get it together. Like these artists need to trust you with their bodies. Like it should always be consensual. If they don't want to sleep with you, they shouldn't sleep with you. If you see that somebody is high, why would you want to sleep with someone that's under the influence? They're not even really in their right mind. So whatever you guys are doing is a false, fake love. You want to be sober together. When I was with Micah was this blonde hair, green eyes, evergreen eyes, so gorgeous, tall, 7 feet tall, was in the military, literally was in the military, but he ended up getting kicked out or leaving the military early because he something happened to him. He suffered from something. I don't know what it was. And then all of a sudden, he was literally, all of a sudden he ended up like not being normal, right? So me and Micah meet on the train. First of all, I prayed for Micah. Oh my God, don't get me started with Arhelian. Like everything would have worked out with Arhelian. Like I sort of feel like Jehovah, like Elohim was like, no, this is not gonna work. You're not gonna be with him. You're not gonna be with him. Like you know, jealous. Like he really scares me. And it's like I do care about him. And even with the things that I say, like how can I like I do get sick of tired of like feeling like how can we be in a relationship if I'm always tired of being honest about how I feel? How is our relationship gonna work? Is it always going to be this messy where, oh, I don't want you to be, then don't bring them in my life at all. That's just how I feel. Like, then why do I have to like or want these guys near me? For what? You know, you know, it's just, he's trying to pay back. He's trying to you know, what is it called? He's trying to hurt me. It's because of what he felt, you know, seeing me and then that's it, and they never see me again. A lot of times what we experience is what he experienced, and I feel bad. But I wish I had more sympathy because I'm like, there is nothing I can do. It's not my fault. Like if I wanted to be with you, if it was up to me, I would just be with you. I wouldn't be with anybody else. But things happen that are completely out of my control. I wish more mercy would be put upon me instead of me being tortured. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but it just literally really feels that way. And so for me, I was just like, okay. So I meet Arhelion. Arhelion is a guy from France. So fucking fine. Dick so fucking long, thick, beautiful, Sicilian, gorgeous green eyes. He was actually really cute. He started losing his looks a little bit when he started hanging out in the sun, right? So I did get punished. Elohim definitely punished me for sleeping with that guy, for falling in love with any guy I fell in love with. I got punished, and I don't want to get punished like that. I'd rather be dead than be punished by God. But I don't want to be dead. You know what I mean? I'm not allowed to seek for death, or I don't seek death. And so from there, I'm sitting there okay, hold on. So I'm sitting there I don't want to be any kind of I just want to be what you want me to be. There is some certain guys powerful men don't want you to be a robot. But then whenever you're not a robot and you have an attitude, you get slapped for having an attitude. And it's like, well, I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want you to slap me for having an attitude and I'm just being myself. Doesn't that make you the one with the issues? When people have an attitude and it's like there's nothing wrong with you having issues because then we can deal with them. So Arhelion comes in my life. A good guy. He was good to me. He seemed good. Sex was good. Wasn't the best, but it was fucking good. It was good and fucking enough. It wasn't the best, but the relationship was good, right? The vibe was good, but the dick was good. I was in love. I did fall in love. I think it could have been better, but I fell in love with Arhelion. I wasn't ready. I had nowhere to go. I was homeless. I was living in a hostel. I meet this bomb ass businessman. He's literally an architect wearing a business suit, wants me over all those girls. He didn't want those other girls because he knew they were whores. He was like, I want to be with you. I love you. I want you. He's like, wow, everything, my dick is everything is yours. Take it, I want you, I'm yours, right? I wasn't ready. Fuck. My whole life fell apart and I have this man in love with me. I'm in love with him and I can't be there for him. feel like I'm finally being blessed and being set free from Justin Bieber, from the addiction of Justin Bieber. I don't feel like I was always that addicted, and I've been running from this guy forever. And it's like I'm always running from whatever it is that keeps showing up. And I'm just like, well, when is it gonna just go away and stay away, right? The one thing you need to know about me is as much as falling in love is fun, there is something much more calmer about not being attached to anybody and not being attached to feelings, attached to love. And love is nice, but the longing for somebody else just almost feels like a form of torture. It can heal your soul, yes. There's a point like Casey. So I know you guys are listening, a lot of you guys that were listening to the guy that worked at Starbucks. Remember the guy that worked at Starbucks? So he visits my spirit last night, and I'm all of a sudden in love with him again, right? Now all of a sudden he's removing all of this stuff that I feel for Justin. And I got sick of Justin. Talking about Justin Bieber. There is so much, and I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, oh my God, like you were my dream girl, and you're in love with this person, you're in love with this guy. I'm not like, I was in love with him, but it's just an on and off thing between me and him. I just don't feel like I'm in love, and then there's some times where I feel like God is blessing me to break me off away from him, because Justin Bieber needs to change his attitude. And I know that he's been through a lot, and I hear his cry, and I know he needs time to heal, and he might even be listening to me right now, because he definitely listens. He's the kind of person that looks on YouTube videos. Celebrities do that, they just don't show you that they're doing it. And or especially the fact that he was on TikTok. There's a reason me and him are not together, ever. And I want him to just know that there is a black girl out there like me that loves and cares about him. But then I want to be done talking about him. I don't want to talk about him all day long. I don't want this thing like I know like I don't feel like you're my guy. I did, and it's like I'm so like everybody's gonna be like, we've heard this already. I'm just praying to God that I don't go back to that slave, like that feeling of like I need you so fucking bad, I miss you so bad. Like I don't want that. I'm done with it. Like, can we have my person that is here, that's supposed to be here already, or just let's not do? Okay, well, I already know Elohim was here, but still, like, you want to be with that person, and every guy just throws themselves at you in so many ways, and you get turned on and get teased, and then you go home and masturbate, feel good, and be done with it. But then I don't want to keep going. Like, I thank God. It's a miracle. It's better than bad feelings. It is. It's better than depression. It's better than sadness. But I still feel like I want to come out of that longing. You know what I mean? I want to come out. I don't want to long for you anymore. I either be here, or please God, show me favor, more favor. And I know I sound greedy, but I just need favor when it comes to just me focusing on myself. I want to focus on me. I want to focus on my career, my channel. I don't want to come off as this cuckoo person talking to everybody about Justin Bieber. There's enough people talking about Justin Bieber. He is not the most important guy to me. He's really not. And it's like, I have to be real with it. Like, he got this beautiful Hailey Bieber all over his back. And it's like, I'm not a hater of Hailey Bieber. When I was obsessed with Justin, or whenever I go into that obsession phase with Justin, then I'm like, Hailey's not good enough. But I want to show him that I was crazy about him. But Justin, like, I'm just really not. Like, I don't know. Like, I have feelings, but I want them gone. Like, it's not really there. Like I swear, like, everybody's like, we've heard it already, right? Because I have these other guys, right, that I was dating or that I was quote unquote dating, but I wasn't really dating. Like we have this thing going, but there's nothing really going on. Like, you know, he's fucking some other bitch when he goes home. But then when he comes to me, like when I show up, like I don't know what happened between me and Casey, but there is something that's happening in the spiritual realm where we are like connecting, and I need like a spiritual person to really tell me more about what, like this guy right here loves you. This guy is into you. This guy is looking for you. But when I go, like he knows, like he can read my mind, like with Casey, right? So I will go, like I feel like he can, like I will go over there, I'm like, I feel like he's telling me to come back. And I can tell when he's telepathically talking to me, right? I know you're hearing me. I mean, I don't know, but so I would go over there to Starbucks, and he would just start acting out, like just like, oh my gosh, she's here. Oh my gosh, she's here. Like, he's super crazy about me, right? And I can see it. And Casey has his gorgeous blue eyes, dark hair, right? They're not only blondes are sexy, they got some dark hair with blue eyes and colored eyes. I'm like, and I don't want everyone, but I want that person, like, to finish one relationship and be in another, right? So, and be with like I want us forever. I don't want us to break up. I don't want us to break up anymore. And it's like, do you want to fight? Okay, we'll fight, but I don't really want us, because fighting leads to breaking up, and I don't want us to fight when we're gonna break up. If we fight, I want you to be like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, we're gonna fight, but this fight is not gonna end our relationship. Like, when I was with Tyler, and me and Tyler would fight, I would tell Tyler, like, even if we fight, Tyler, please don't leave. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna tell you, get the fuck out of my house. Don't go nowhere. Don't listen to me. I'm just fucking mad. You know what I mean? I'm fucking mad. I'm fucking upset. And so Tyler was like, I got you. Guys, I want you to meet Tyler. You will be in love with Tyler. You can believe Tyler. Like, he was a miracle to me. And he was so fucking gorgeous and so bright. And I was like, get out of here, Tyler. You know, I got raped because of Tyler. I took his place. That guy, that dealer, that black guy was his dealer. He wanted to rape him, or he wanted to kill him. And so I wanted to try to help him out. I was like, maybe I could talk to him, you know, because we're both black. You know, I could braid his hair. You know, he won't hurt you. And I didn't think he was gonna try to have sex with me, but he got me drugged up. And then he begged me to do drugs, and I knew I didn't have a choice. And then from there, I literally, he told me, if you don't stop, so I kept saying Tyler's name like a ritual, like, Tyler, where are you? Tyler, come. And he kept saying, if you say Tyler's name one more time, you're gonna have to start taking off an outfit. You're gonna have to start taking off a shirt. And if you say it again, you gotta take off your bra. And if you say it again, you gotta take off your panties. And I was like, fuck. I was like, alright, fine, deal. And so there was a guy outside. Mind you, this guy had a gun. Tyler already told me he had a gun. And I was like, fuck. And so he was like, hold on. And so from there, he was like, he laid me down. So I kept saying, Tyler, like, Tyler spell on me, Tyler everything. Tyler put a spell on me. I saw him, like, Tyler grabs like his shirt and he goes like this all over, like while I'm sitting down, he goes like this. And I was like, oh my God. And so all of a sudden it's like I'm wearing him, right? And then Tyler is like, and then I'm just like in awe of him. Oh, my stomach. And every time me and Tyler got together, it was like we would be so weak, like, oh my God, what's happening to us? And I was like, Tyler, I love you so much. I'm so in love with you. He was like, I love you too. I'm in love with you too. And he's like, "What's happening to us?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "We're like, I don't know what's happening, man." And we both were like homeless. Like he had his sister to go to. Okay, guys, I feel like I'm blessed and being set free from Justin Bieber, from the addiction of Justin Bieber. I don't feel like I was always that addicted, and I've been running from this guy forever. And it's like I'm always running from whatever it is that we is keeps showing up. And I'm just like, well, when is it gonna just go away and stay away, right? The one thing you need to know about me is as much as falling in love is fun, there is some
should